To add to the disappointment for the away side, Bradley Wright Phillips scored on his Charlton debut with this fantastic effort, giving them a controversial win.
Charlton's new signing was soon in the thick of the action. His 15th goal of the season, early in the second half, lifted his club back into...
Brilliant second. Nathan Eccleston pulling the strings before picking out Brad Wright Phillips. His third goal in as many appearances for the club had Darren Ferguson cursing on the Peters few minutes, thwarted by the bar before his volley was turned in by Bradley Wright Phillips. Not much consolation. The defeat saw the Londoners...
Looking good. They've now lost 4 in a row after a 3-1 defeat at home to Carlisle. Charlton did take the lead, though, through Bradley Wright Phillips.
Gave Miguel Lera a first league start since September, and although his free kick took a deflection off Brad...
A great ball from Dean Parrott set up former Southampton striker Bradley Wright Phillips. He equalised 4 minutes from time.
Out by Smith. At the moment, Bournemouth can't clear their lines. Wright Phillips with the drive, still going for Charlton, and he scored! Bradley Wright Phillips. He threatened to do that earlier and was denied by John Stewart. And Bradley Wright Phillips gobbles up the chance that wasn't really there. And Bradley Wright Phillips is a goal scorer at this level, that is for sure. Bournemouth just could not get it away. They've been getting deeper and deeper as this second half has gone on. And Wright Phillips, at the third time of asking, able to get it away from the defender and beyond the goalkeeper.
Jones's afternoon went from bad to worse. Not just a woeful throw, it was also to one of the division's deadliest strikers. Wright Phillips had Charlton optimistic they could bag maximum points for the first time in 12 hours.
The bookies' favourite top scorer in League One, and with him around, they've got every chance, haven't they?
Well, they've got pace there, and I think that's the one key that managers are looking for is pace, ability, and if you can score goals with it as well, you've got a diamond there. And he looks, again, it looks like he's enjoying his football. I think he's the kind of player that if he's enjoying it, you're going to get goals from him, but he's successful.
He's looking as though he's thinking, well, I know I'm going to score.
Wright Phillips added his third goal of the campaign to seemingly put the early season pace setters in complete command.
Gets the home side off to the perfect start. Just how important a player is he going to be if he stays fit for Charlton this season?
Probably one of the biggest. I'd put him in the top 3 strikers in the league. And when you've got your...
Alongside who?
I'd have to say Charlie McDonald and Jago Vera to keep them two happy. No, it's like you say, if your goal scorer stays fit, you've got a chance of winning football matches. So the longer, the more games he plays this year, the more games they're going to win because he's got tremendous quality.
Exeter boss Paul Tisdale warned his players this week of Bradley Wright Phillips' quality, but the Addict striker was given the freedom to score his second of the week.
Chesterfield still had 18 minutes to rescue a draw, but their fate was finally sealed in stoppage time. Scott Wagstaff centre finding Wright Phillips at full stretch for his 6th goal in as many games.
And sealed the win that extends their lead at the top to 5 points. Collins guilty of taking his eye off the ball to leave Bradley Wright Phillips in the clear. A mistake that proved fatal as the Londoners' top scorer put away his 7th goal in 8 matches to put Charlton in charge.
The Addicts blew Carlisle away to suggest that last week's defeat to Stevenage was a mere blip on an otherwise upward trajectory. Bradley Wright Phillips made the most of John Tavernier's error to make it 2.
It's been a real challenge for Chris Powell to make his team gel, but they're now 3 points clear after a 2-1 win at Wycombe, and they opened the scoring after 6 minutes. Jan Kumorgon nearly pulled off the spectacular. Bradley Wright Phillips was in the right place at the right time. Danny Hollins then set up Wright Phillips for his second of the night to give them a 2-0 half-time lead. He is prolific in League One at the moment. This is his 10th goal of the season. Wycombe pulled a goal back on 63 minutes.
Ever been, which is good news for Charlton, but not so good news for everyone else. Having fired the London club to success at Wycombe in the week, it took him just 9 minutes to get off the mark at Hartlepool. His 4th goal in 3 matches, raising his overall tally to 11. Not the start that Mick Wadsworth was hoping for, with the Pools boss demanding a big response after 3 successive home defeats. But 8 minutes before the break, Royce Wiggins provided another cross that Wright Phillips put away with ease. Post-match crisps before the break. Danny Green's free kick eventually dropping kindly as the striker raised his tally for the season to 13. Hard to believe that Preston won 7 on the trot.
Stamped their authority on the match shortly after the restart, and they scored the game's only goal in the 64th minute. Bradley Wright Phillips was on hand to convert his 14th of the season after a cross from Danny Green. It's 5 consecutive league wins for the visitors.
To be cautious against a Stevenage side which beat them back in October and were still smarting from their midweek defeat at Notts County. Bradley Wright Phillips made life comfortable by tucking away his first goal in 14 games.
Danny Green's shot didn't quite cross the line, but Bradley Wright Phillips ensured his side took the lead. After the break, Charlton turned on the star. Wright Phillips got his second. Wright Phillips got his hat-trick to ensure his side are yet to be defeated in 2012 as they head closer to securing the League One title.
To secure a 5th win in 6 games under Keith Curle, Notts had to survive the inevitable fight back which began within 5 minutes of the restart. Bradley Wright Phillips scoring with the acrobatics after the setup from Scott Wag.
Back-to-back defeats. Chris Powell and his squad had a frank discussion in the week. Initially, it looked as if the soul-searching might have done the trick. Bradley Wright Phillips' 6th goal in as many matches had the Addicts up and running.
Didn't half connect well, didn't he?
I would have said that was meant, but no, it was one of those.
Was that a little warning that I'm bringing players in? You know, you've got to be at it still.
I think it.
Fact finally reflected on the score sheet with 14 minutes to go. Wright Phillips poaching the goal which secured Charlton's return to the second tier after 3 years away and took their points tally on the road this season.
But the Addicts would go one better as Leicester City made the trip to the Valley 3 days later. Bradley Wright Phillips' 18th minute strike opened the scoring. And the home side would go in at the break 2 up, thanks to former Leicester striker Jan Kermorgant.